All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about something that messes with pretty much all of our sleep twice a year, the weird and, let's be honest, kind of controversial world of daylight saving time.
I mean, we've all been there, right? That one Monday morning where you are just convinced your alarm clock is playing a cruel joke on you. This quote it hits the nail on the head. And it's that feeling, that confusion, that kicks off a huge debate every single year. So let's finally get to the bottom of it.
So first up, let's dive into what I call the spring forward mystery. We all do this bizarre synchronized time jump, but how does it actually work?
It can feel totally random, but the when is actually super specific. Let's pinpoint the exact moment this all goes down.
Okay, so here's how it happens. It all goes down on the second Sunday in March. At exactly 2 a.m. your local time, the clock just magically leaps forward a whole hour to 3 a.m. And poof, just like that, an hour of your weekend sleep, it's gone, vanished into thin air.
Okay, so that's the how, but the much bigger question is the why. You know, this whole thing wasn't just some random idea someone cooked up. It actually has its roots in a really serious moment in world history.
So yeah, why in the world do we do this to ourselves? Well, the original reason is probably not what you think.
At its core, the idea is actually pretty simple. The whole point of daylight saving time is just to shift our schedule so they line up better with the sun. The goal? To get more sunlight in the evenings when most of us are awake and not wasted in those super early morning hours.
And here it is, the real origin story. It actually started during World War I, and it was basically a clever trick to conserve fuel for the war. The thinking was pretty simple. If you shift daylight to the evenings, people will use their lights less, and that saves critical resources. It was a brilliant wartime strategy, but as we're about to see, whether it actually saves any energy today, well, that's a huge point of debate.
So you fast forward to today, and that old wartime trick, it has exploded into this full-blown annual argument with really passionate people on both sides, and it goes way beyond just saving a little energy.
And this really just sums up the two camps, doesn't it? On one side, you've got everyone who absolutely loves those long, sunny summer evenings. But the other side's argument has gotten so much stronger than just wanting more sleep. We're now seeing studies that point to some pretty serious health issues, like a spike in heart attacks and car accidents right after the time change, all because our internal clocks get thrown off. And from an economic standpoint, think about it. A sleep-deprived workforce is a less productive one, and that hit is estimated to be in the hundreds of millions of dollars. It's really become this classic battle between sunshine and our collective well-being.
Okay, so with such a heated debate going on, you have to wonder, does everybody in the country actually do this, or have some places just opted out of the chaos altogether?
And the answer is no. And this is a great little fun fact. Not every state is on board. Hawaii, for instance, has amazing weather and pretty consistent daylight all year, so they just said, you know what, no thanks. And most of Arizona is in the same boat. They decided to get plenty of sun as it is, thank you very much. They stay on standard time all year long.
So here's the bottom line. For most of us, when March rolls around, we're making a trade-off. But it's not just as simple as losing an hour of sleep for an hour of sun. It's really a trade-off between having those longer evenings and facing the very real cost to our health and our productivity.
And let's be honest, this might be the most relatable thing about this whole topic. That first Monday after the change is just rough. And for a lot of us, that extra cup of coffee feels less like a choice and more like a survival tool. Which brings us to one final big question. In today's world, which has changed so much since World War I, where the energy savings are up for debate and the health costs are becoming clearer, is this annual disruption really worth it anymore? Is it finally time for us to choose once and for all? Do we want the extra sunshine, or do we want our sleep back?